going on, everyone? Cannabis Express 420 here. I wanted to get into a couple things regarding pest management that are going to be extremely important when it comes to actually targeting what bugs you're going after, what's getting in your garden, what are you seeing in there, how are you going to be able to stop these bugs, to be able to identify them, to know what you're fighting up against, and what you're going to have in store for your future. So we're going to answer all these questions. We're going to make sure that your garden can be a safe space for your plants, and make sure that we're able to have a method of identifying the bugs that are going around in there. So without further ado, let's get into it. Just wanted to pop in for a second and let you guys know that if you are new and you want to learn how to grow cannabis, increase your yields, dry herb, get it from start to finish, all of that good stuff, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to regret it. We do everything cannabis on this channel. So jumping into pest management, what is the most important part of pest management? It is being able to identify what you are fighting up against, because there are a ton of bugs. If you have been growing for any period of time, you've probably seen more than one type of bug that's going to cause you problems in your garden. And if you're first getting into gardening, it can be overwhelming how many things can actually attack your plants, catch you off guard, and make you think that it's a miracle anyone can get from start to finish in the first place. I've been there, but here are a couple things that are going to help. Number one, we got your tried and true sticky traps. These things are fantastic. They do work especially well for flying insects. It's going to be really good for sticking bugs to a flat surface where they cannot leave, giving you an effective plate, if you will, a display of the pests that you are fighting up against. Normally, if you're using sticky traps, you're going to be catching thrips. They will normally be flying in and out of your grow medium, and they are not a great thing to have around. Also, mold flies. Are they called mold flies? Rot flies? What the fuck am I trying to think of? Those bitches that show up when shit's too wet? God, I can't remember. But yeah, they're going to be really good for flying insects, being able to identify, Google image what you're seeing, look it up, find out what it is, post it on a forum, get someone to identify what you're fighting up against so you can research it. It's going to be very important, and sticky traps are tried and true, very cheap, very easy to use. Don't get it on you because it's gross. But the next thing I want to talk about is apple cider vinegar, something that is very healthy for you that you can take, but also you can put it in your garden in a little container and put cellophane wrap, like plastic wrap, on the top of it, poke holes in it, and let bugs get into that. They will be attracted and go to the apple cider vinegar, crawl into the jar, and die inside the jar because they won't be able to get out, and they will either starve or drown. Not only is this super effective at collecting a lot of bugs and in a very small space, it's also going to be good, again, for identifying what you're dealing with. And this can also happen with crawling bugs. They will crawl in, so your spider mites and all that, not good stuff, but all that stuff. Now, a third thing you can try if you don't want to introduce anything to your garden is you can simply look under the leaves. A lot of pests don't like light, so if you go into your garden during the day and you're trying to look for pests, the best thing you can do is either give your plants a watering, see if anything flies out, be very vigilant, look as closely as you possibly can at the organisms messing about. And then also looking under your leaves. It's going to be very important to look under your leaves, get your plants regular inspection, not just for pests, but also for diseases. Make sure they are healthy. Just look in your garden as much as you possibly can. Pay attention to everything you can possibly pay attention to. Take everything into consideration. It's very easy to get to a neglectful place in the garden. I'm sure everyone has that one little spot in their garden that they neglect and it isn't as good as it could be, and nobody is perfect. But hopefully these things can get you that much closer to having a healthy garden. My name is Cannabis Express 420. If you liked, leave a like. Comments, questions, concerns, all down in the comment section below. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much.